The Concept BST, it has two parts in it. On one hand, the subtle stuff. The silver is, of course, a rather classic, non-controversial color. Then we do the subtle thing of, how do you make it that much more beefy and tasty? And okay, the Roadster per se has, of course, already quite a stance. But here we did that extra, more stance each side and really taking the flares at front and rear that much out. Of course, this makes the car that much more confident and enhances the original design features. Then there are the elements which are actually the extrovert stuff where you, wow, really turn up that volume beyond 10, you go on 11. On top of the silver, yeah, of course, there's suddenly, boom, there's not just silver, there's this break and color split. It's a rather, brutal cut and putting that new other color in there. And then having the graphics play with it and really interacting and maybe even against the shapes of the car, putting some contrast in it. It's like composing a piece of music. Yeah, there's this normal rhythm, but then sometimes if you do something just off rhythm, just slightly off, you actually create that tension and that great groove in it. Boom, a spoiler. Yes, it's part of the spoiler gang. And to start with, of course, spoilers are there because they have a great function. They create the downforce that you need if you have that much extra power. Then, I call it now the designer brand Polestar. Everything's so beautiful and fine. And then you put a spoiler on it, it could really bring this uproar. How can you? Shouldn't you integrate it? Shouldn't you hide it? And blah, blah, blah. No, that is where I really like that it has that almost, I call it now, ordinary symbol of sports in it. Because again, it's about contrast. It's about doing something naughty. Us going now to Goodwood Festival of Speed and having a Concept BST there. And using actually one of our most sporty and sports cars, the Roadster, to exhibit and to communicate about this BST idea is what, of course, that concept is it's all about.